Dave Ramsey had a great post recently about, I just like his finance advice. He's just so simple about it. He actually, you know what? He made a post that inspired one of my posts. He made a post, and this is important, and we could talk about this. We might even be able to clip this. Clips Nation coming in hot. Dave Ramsey is a finance guy, super smart from what I can tell, and I just really like him. He's very well spoken, great content. He had this post. It was like 7 baby steps for like getting your finances in order, something like that. And it was a great post. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do like the 7 baby steps to getting your health and fitness in order. And it's one of those things where I think you and I were talking about it on the mentorship Q&A yesterday.
On the live yesterday.
Yeah. Where I think a lot of people, especially in the fitness industry, coaches they don't know where to find content ideas. And obviously, number one, the content ideas come from the questions your clients ask. Answer those questions. But you're going to answer the same questions over and over and over and over and over again. I think it was Dylan who had asked the question, like, how do I spice it up? How do I make things new? And one of the suggestions was get out of the fitness industry and look at other industries in which people are making content and take ideas from them. Right? Because this way you can look at different ways they're presenting things and then transfer it over to fitness. So if you're sort of stuck with not sure not only what content to make or what questions to answer, but how to answer those questions in a new way, get out of the fitness industry and go look at other industries. Because if you just look at the vacuum, the echo chamber you're in, you're never going to get new ideas.
It's absolutely right. And we're not saying copy paste someone's caption and use
Correct.
that as your own,
Yeah.
right? We're talking about borrowing the structure and format of a particular post within the fitness industry or in a different industry that, I mean, 1, performs well, or 2, just really resonates with you and is something that, like, just like you did with that Dave Ramsey post, you're like, oh, this is a great idea that I can easily do for fitness that my followers will love to see and will benefit from.
I like Dave Ramsey because he really targets the average person, and he's very good at breaking it down in a no bullshit way. Like, I really think him and I are similar, just in different industries and how we educate. So I don't know. I've learned a lot from him. I like him a lot. So if anyone wants some finance advice, Dave Ramsey.
I'll go somewhere with it that is interesting to me, but like probably not to most people. To double down on what you just said, you guys actually, one thing you do that is very similar on a specific instance is you break something down in a way that I wouldn't call like 100% optimal or 100% accurate or even like 100% true or right. But it is the proper, both of your intention is to do it so that the maximum number of people can actually understand and execute on that advice. And here's the example. He says, when you're paying off debt, you should pay it off if you have like student loans, credit card debt, like someone who has like 3, 4, 5, like different sources of debt.
Pick the easiest one first.
The smallest amount of debt first. When in reality, that is going to cost you money over time. What I would, ISTJ, I would be like, and even just like logic, math, numbers, like you should pick the one with the highest interest rate and you should pay that one off first. But he has worked with enough people, and his theory on this is, no, you pick the smallest one first because people need momentum. People need to see that checkbox. People need to see, this is so overwhelming. I have 6 sources of debt. I need to get one paid off completely. I need to like see that progress. I need to see one down. Okay, now I'm moving on to the next one. And then you go to your, say you have 3K in credit card, 4K in here, regardless of the interest rate. And it reminds me, for example, of your, do you know what I'm going to say actually?
No, I don't.
Of goal body weight times 12. It's look, this might not be like technically, scientifically the exact way to calculate your calorie target, but a lot of people see the words lean body mass and see like, 1 minus 0.3, and then you multiply that by something just like gone. You lost them.
Yeah, they stopped. Exactly. Yeah.
And so
that's exactly right.
Yeah. So when you said you guys are similar, I think you're right in a lot of ways.
Man, that's such a good point. And I didn't even think about that in terms of the finance. I didn't realize that would actually cost you more in the long run if you actually do it. But I bet, just like you said, he's seeing people who maybe they try and go for the largest interest rate first, but it's so overwhelming, so then they just stop paying it off, so it ends up costing them more because they don't do it. So in his mind, he's like, I just want you out of debt. That has to be the first part. Get you out of debt by any means necessary. So if that means building momentum, starting off by using the lowest amount to pay first, like, cool, we'll start with that, because at least at some point you'll be out of debt, versus if you start with the largest interest rate and you're like most people, you're going to be buried and be overwhelmed, and it's not going to work anyway. So his whole thesis is get you to take action, build momentum from there, and see those results. It's the exact same strategy in fitness. That's I didn't realize that. That's super interesting.